Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is AJ from the Paladin Journal, and welcome back to another G.I. Joe Classified unboxing video. Now, in my last video, I did Snake Eyes, which is the tactical version, the black guy, whole black outfit, black gear, everything. He really has the ninja aspect down, certainly, from typical pop culture. So I thought, for a second box that I want to open after that one, why not just keep it straight on theme, but a little slightly different direction. So what I've got today to unbox is, it's Jinx. This is Kim Arashikage, so she's from the Arashikage family itself, just like Storm Shadow, Tommy Arashikage. She's his cousin, and being that she's Arashikage, like Snake Eyes, like Storm Shadow, I thought it would be really neat to do her next, because one, she's one of my favorite characters from the G.I. Joe movie that came out in, I think it was 1987, maybe 1986, something like that. I believe that was the first introduction we had to her on screen, and she had a really cool story about herself. She's named Jinx because it's like she has like some bad luck with her whenever she's fighting and training and so on and so forth. And it's more like how she adapts to that kind of thing. And what I really love about this one is, as you can see right here, she comes with an alternate head, which again Storm Shadow didn't. She comes with extra hands, which again Snake Eyes, the one that I opened, didn't come with the extra hands either. And she has some really cool stuff with her. So let's do a jump and then we'll open up the box. All right. Alright guys, so we are back from the jump, and as you can see here, I've assembled her with her eyes blindfolded, holding this big training weapon, and her sword is sheathed at the back. So like I said, she has a couple of extra hands. She starts off stock with the closed fist, as you can see right here. And on her right hand right here. So there's that. I've switched out her left hand for the gripping version, so she can hold that weapon. She also has an alternate head. Again, we didn't have Snake Eyes come with one. I think that looks pretty neat. Fits with the rest of her outfit, and like I said, the sheath sword at the back, which I think is a really nice look for her as well. Same with Snake Eyes. Now, what I really like about this figure is that she's an alternate body sculpt. The old G.I. Joe, oh my god. The old G.I. Joe, there wasn't as much body diversity to be had between the different figures, whether they were supposed to be like, big tough guys like Roadblock, or, any of the women like the Baroness or Scarlet or Lady J, or, the different guys that we have back then. Whereas right now with the Classified, they can really mess with the height, they can mess with the body types. And if you look at her right now, just straight looking at her right now, I can see that she has a different body sculpt than Lady J, which is huge, I think. So, even between the same gender of figures, there's a lot of body diversity to be had, which is peak, And of course, all the sculpted details with, the gloves that they're wearing, the hair that they have, the outfits and everything. There's so many different versions with everything, which I think like it's a hallmark of this, right? Like it goes back to the 1980s, I think, with the G.I. Joe figures not having it so much, whereas with these it's everywhere. And again, like I said, going back to the 80s, you look at the He-Man toys, there was so much different body types. You had thin guys, you had the big strong guys. Although they reused the He-Man body type a lot for so many different action figures. But you looked at Tila, you looked at the Sorceress, you had diversity there and everything, which is something that G.I. Joe's lacked a fair bit. But again, I'm really happy with how she looks. Her articulation is, like I was commenting on the Snake Eyes video, her articulation is much better. It's tighter, so it's not like, which I really like, because it's not loose, so you can have the pose be a bit more permanent. Her legs are easier than Snake Eyes, which I think is nice. He was a little stiff. Give her a different sort of a weapon, and you can do so many different things with her, right? It might be it's gonna be a challenge, but it might be possible to even do. Yeah, I think a two-handed pose on this weapon might be possible. We'll have to experiment with that. But for now, let's take this out. And one thing I noticed is, either because my copy might be a little bit old or something, or maybe this is just the design. But if you look right here, part of the glove that she's wearing, it's worn off, and I'm not sure if that's just the paint job that is worn off, or if it's just designed like that. But anyways, really neat detail. Her body tattoo, oh my god, that just looks amazing, man. I am a huge fan of body art on characters, and I think she really pulls this one off. It's as befits her. It's a very Japanese style, you know. Wow, I really like this figure a lot. Definitely, more, I think I might even like this figure more than I did with Snake Eyes, and even more than I did with, say, Flint and Lady J. And I think those are really good figures. The blindfold comes off really easily. Just gotta slide it off, and changing the head is not that difficult either. Let's do it right. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Okay, almost there. There we go. That's off. Let's put this one on. And let's give her the sword as well. Oh yeah, she is ready to brawl now. Come at her, Cobra. She's gonna slice you up, she's gonna dice you up, and then she's gonna just walk off like it was barely a workout. So anyways, quite a bit of fan of this figure. I think she looks really good. She looks really good with the masked head, by the way. It's like, wow, like it really brings the whole figure together, with the ninja aspects and everything as well. So anyways, guys, that's my video on another classified unboxing. Hope you guys liked it. This was definitely recommended by. If you're looking for a recommendation, I would definitely suggest getting this one. And one thing I really liked was that her box was much thinner than the usual ones. As you can see in the back here, they've changed their styles quite a bit. Like, they had this style where you could see the figure inside. They switched for a while to these ones where you couldn't see the figures inside. That's a copperhead. And then they have gone back to this style, which is like a kind of like a mix, I would say, between this and that, because it doesn't have the artwork that these ones had, but they look a bit more like display nice, like these ones. So anyways, guys, that's the video. Hope you liked it. Please like the video, share the video, and leave a comment if you have any thoughts on these figures. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.